This is the pelvic awareness exercise. So this is a great exercise if you're stiff in your low back, because we are going to use some movements at the pelvis to gently improve range of motion at our lumbar spines, at our low backs. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna have you lie down face up. I would grab a pillow just to support your head and neck, and your knees are gonna be bent. Feet are on the ground. And you're just gonna take your hands and put them on each side of your pelvis. And all I want you to do first is you're gonna arch your back a little bit, and I want you to then, after that, try to flatten it. And we're just thinking about dumping our pelvis forward and then rocking it back. We're arching the back, dumping the pelvis forward, and then we're trying to flatten the low back a little bit. So just try out this movement first. You can kind of do it a little quickly. You can really slow down and pause at the top and just kind of feel, what does that feel like in your body, in your low back, across your pelvis? Same thing with the flattening of the low back. I want you to tune into that forward, backward movement of your pelvis. Okay. Step 2, we're going to perform something called the pelvic clock. So this is a great awareness exercise. Okay, so this will be a little different for you if you're watching this versus me who's lying down right now, but just imagine with me, if you will. If you're lying down, this will be a lot better. So you're lying down and you have a clock resting on top of your torso. It's on top of your abdominals. And 12 o'clock is up by your head. 3 o'clock is on your left. It's like on the left side of the pelvis. 6 o'clock is towards the feet. And 9 o'clock is on the right side of the pelvis. What I want you to try to do is I want you to try and use your pelvis to move from 12 o'clock. So that would be us flattening our low back. We're trying to dump that pelvis backwards, and then I want you to relax. Now let's try to go to 3 o'clock. So see if you can use your pelvis to rock towards 3 o'clock. Relax. I want you to try to now, you guessed it, we're going towards 6 o'clock. So try and rock that pelvis towards 6 o'clock. You'll probably feel your low back arching up a little bit, and relax. And now try 9 o'clock. So we're using our pelvic muscles to try and move the pelvis towards 9 and then relax. These are really small movements. Gentle. We're not trying to aggravate any symptoms, any pain. Let's try that one more time all the way around. Let's go to 12 o'clock. So we're moving your pelvis towards 12. Should feel like a flattening of the spine on the ground. Relax. Try moving your pelvis towards 3 o'clock. You should feel the left side of your pelvis dip towards 3. The right side is going up, and relax. Next, 6 o'clock. So try to move your pelvis in the direction of 6 o'clock. You should feel your low back arching up off the ground a little bit. And relax. And then lastly, let's try to go to 9 o'clock. So move that pelvis towards 9, and the right side is dipping down, and then the left side is going up a little bit. That's what you should feel. And relax. Okay, so in review so far, we've gone forwards and backwards. We have done the pelvic clock. So we've gone from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And now what I'd like you to try to do is a posterior pelvic tilt. And we're gonna hold this for about 10 seconds so we can really feel that exercise in our bodies. I want you to feel what this feels like inside of your body. Okay, so you're gonna try to basically flatten your low back onto the ground. So that would be that 12 o'clock movement, right? We're dumping the pelvis backwards, flattening the low back on the ground to an intensity that's not increasing any low back pain. And while you're holding this for 10 seconds, you can also try to make it all a little bit more strong, a stronger contraction, by also bracing your abdominals. So imagining you're wearing a corset and someone's pulling that corset, you should feel a nice contraction of those abdominals when you brace or tighten right here. And relax. So let's try one more posterior pelvic tilt. So we're gonna rock that pelvis backwards, flattening the low back onto the ground, and then try to add in a little bit of a brace, a little bit of an abdominal squeeze, all to an intensity that's not increasing your pain. You're continuing to breathe steadily through this. Don't hold your breath. It's an extra challenge. And after 10 seconds, relax. And all of that together is your pelvic awareness exercise. Give it a try.